Welcome back, guys. I'm going to do a little update on BTC right now, basically. So this is the second video. The first video I did was for Ethereum. Today I'm doing a second video for Bitcoin right now. And I want to show you some fascinating stuff that's been going on in the charts, basically. What I'm looking at and how I'm seeing things kind of play out. So one of the most important thing I want to show is on the daily chart. This is quite fascinating. So if you look on the daily chart, it's not entirely a dragonfly, but it's almost close enough, right? But this is a very bullish signal. How you can see that this previous support line has become now our support, resistance line. Also, this particular previous support line has become our another resistance line. And if I take you on the shorter time frame, so take you on the 4 hourly, you can see how this is playing around. So we did dip slightly below, but it got, you know, the resistance we had here on our previous support line was pretty strong. So we did get pushed down a little bit, but the bulls are back and the bulls have managed to take it above slightly. And as you can see on the 4 hourly, we're just on the line. It has not closed yet. We've still got 32 minutes remaining for it to close. So if I just look at the hourly, I'm sure I'm going to see something else here. So on the hourly, as you can see, this again, this bottom resistance, well, previous support now become resistance, is where the battle is going on. So yeah, this is the range that we're following in order for us to kind of break above and go. But there are other things, other metrics actually playing out. So if I just zoom out a little bit on the hourly especially, and this is what I noticed as well, we are kind of forming the first V of the W and about to form the next V. As long as we don't go below this particular line here, so if I just draw something here and I say, as long as we do not go below this for our next leg, which is going to come here, and if we don't do this, we should be fine, right? So what I'm expecting, what I'm hoping for, to be honest, right? So I have to say the word hope, not expect. This is because obviously I'm still thinking of the bearish scenario has to play out. I'm still kind of seeing a big possibility that we might even have another few more days to another week of downwards trend. So because of that, I'm just kind of trying to be a little bit optimistic and say, okay, worst case scenario, we do go down, and we you know, if we do go down, then we might actually end up on, if you look carefully, we might come to this particular support range that I drew up like, you know, this, I think this box was drawn a good few weeks back. So if we do, we might come and see significant support around this particular support range, right? And coincidentally, we do have our Fibonacci 786 at 40,000 sitting there, but the range would be 41,000 to 39,000. We might potentially go and touch those lines if we do see the bearish scenario play out. However, me being a little bit optimistic, what I'm seeing is a pattern forming here is more of a W, and as long as we do this, and then we do a rebound, I think we could potentially go and see our market highs that we're expecting. So we might even go to an all-time high. So in order for me to show you this, let me go on the daily, because on the daily it will be a lot more better to show you what I'm seeing. So on the daily chart, as you can see, remember this purple was our bull flag pole, and I measured it straight down basically to the height of it. And this is obviously still left to play out. But if you remember, before I changed the Fibonacci levels to the previous high and then adjusted it, the Fibonacci pointed that it would be a thing. So it would be $63,000, and I'm still sticking to that. We are possibly going to still see a 63. However, if we don't see a 63, right, what do we expect is the big question, right? And currently, if I just go to the breakout point and say, okay, I'm going to measure the top 58, so where we were currently, yeah, 58, and then I say this is the point where we broke out, right? If you check carefully, what I'm measuring is the bottom of this candle, and I'll say, okay, this is where we broke out, and we know that we can go as low as, and I'm going to adjust this a little bit and say, we know we're going to go as low as this particular level here. So if I just put it at the bottom of this, the expected line, again, as you can see, it's still pointing at that 63,000 level. I mean, I could be a little bit more optimistic and say, do you know what, I'm going to move this and I'm going to put it on the top of this. and it brings us to the 66,000. So just to be a little bit pessimistic here, I am going to say, do you know what, we might go to the bottom of this particular range, and if we do, then you can see that 63 is constantly flagging. It's been flagging for weeks and weeks now. It's been indicating that that's where we're going to go. So if we do have a W breakout, this could be the on the playbooks. If it doesn't, then worst case scenario, we could expect to see some mega bargains. And I know I'm personally ready to buy at this Fibonacci level. So I've actually put on the bottom here, so on the 39,000, I've got buy orders on the 39,000 for me to pick up as many as I can. But there are other fascinating metrics as well going on. So one of those metrics is, if you look at the hodl wave, what you'll notice is, even though the price is dipping, the market has come down a little bit. So the market cap itself, if you look and see, people are not actually putting Bitcoin into exchanges to take profits out or anything. People are doing the quite opposite, right? So what people are doing is they're buying Bitcoin and they're taking it off exchanges. So we see that a lot of people are starting to take their Bitcoins off, and it's been a continuous pattern. More and more Bitcoin is coming off the exchanges. Nobody's selling. So you got to understand this. Nobody's selling. Everybody's buying more. So all of this is just pure bullish action, right? And obviously, if you look at some of the other charts that I've got, if you look at the logarithmic, again, we have not gone to the top of the cycle. If you look into the pi cycle, as you can see, we're still not above our green line, which is also very good. So remember, if the red line goes above the green line, then we've got something to worry about, because that would be our market top, right? So currently we're still below that. Our Bitcoin investor tool is still indicating that you know, we're in a good, healthy thing right now. So as long as we don't go above the red line, we're safe, right? So that's the most important thing. I mean, we can come down and do whatever, but ultimately that's where we want to be. We want to be close to that red line, but not above it. I don't need to say much about my stock to flow because I do follow that quite a bit. As I say, it gives me a rough indication of where we expect things to go. So without making this too long, guys, I hope this little update helps. I'm going to make these videos shorter and shorter if possible, so that you can go and do what you want and make it quick for you. So rather than dragging it for like half an hour, 20 minutes or whatever. So if you like the video, guys, like, share, and comment. Please comment below if you want anything. So I've got some requests recently. I mentioned it in one of my videos. Somebody requested Coinbase, so I said, okay, I'll do Coinbase. Somebody said they want a tutorial on how to on Binance. I'll do that as well. Also, somebody requested to know about my setup, so I'm going to do a video on what kind of a setup I'm using in order to do the charts. And another person wanted to know, like, you know, about how to start up a YouTube channel. So I'll also do something like this as well. So guys, keep on watching. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming on. And as I said, I'm not going to just make this a pure cryptocurrency channel. I am going to mix it up a little bit, but most of the you are going to get your daily updates, or, you know, weekly, daily, whatever. Whenever I see the market, I will give those updates, but at the same time I might mix it up a little bit as well and see where we go from there. So hit the like, subscribe, share with another. It's very important. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care, guys. Look after yourself. Bye bye.